Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Sip. My name is Oliver and my mission is to bring you closer to organic Japanese green tea, and today what we're gonna dive into is how green tea can help you to get over your winter blues. Winter blues is something which is quite common, especially in areas where in winter we have less light. For example, when we talk about the US, there we talk about New Hampshire, or when we go to Europe, there we talk about the northern part of the main continent, northern Germany, or even Scandinavia, or when you go a little bit further north, you drop on Iceland. So this is a little bit the areas where we have less sunlight, and it is said that the winter depression, or also seasonal affective disorder, SAD, it is linked to the shortening of the days or less sunlight which we are exposed to. So what can happen when you are less exposed to the sunlight? You can have mood swings, you can a little bit have more anxiety, or you can have tiredness. And it is also said that a little bit of weight gain is linked to this part of the year, and also then kind of can be a product of the SAD. But what actually happens, so what we do have is when we are having these mood swings or a little bit these lower energy levels, it's often a drop in hormones, and these two of the main hormones what we talk about is melatonin and serotonin. So these are two different hormones which are dropping, and it is said that you have different therapies which you can do, and one of them can be drinking green tea. Not only that you have to try kind of live a healthier lifestyle, but also only the tea ritual itself can give you kind of a daily ritual which you're looking forward to, where you reserve yourself some time just to calm and relax, and this then helps you to get over or not diving too much into this negative mood swings. So you really reserve yourself some time, but it is not only the time which you reserve for yourself for the tea, kind of this tea moment, but there are also green teas which can also help you additionally, and especially when we talk about green tea and how we get over the winter blues, L-theanine, which is an amino acid in the green tea, can help you to get over the winter blues. And the tea which is rich in L-theanine is Gyokuro. So this is the tea I brought with me today. And before I dive into the brewing of this tea, some quick facts about how L-theanine can actually help you to get over the winter blues and why it is a good thing. So when we look after the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, there it is said that green tea really can be mood boosting, and mood boosting ingredients, the main mood boosting ingredient, what they say, is L-theanine. There's also EGCG, which is also a detoxifying polyphenol. This is also very good, but L-theanine really is linked to the brain, and the brain already said that it has brain boosting effects. What is also good is, before we dive a little bit into the L-theanine and say why is it good, it is also a good mix of caffeine, because caffeine can give you a little bit this pick-me-up feeling, a little bit giving you a little bit more of energy for the day without giving you this kind of nervousness of, for example, a coffee. So caffeine can be good, but linked with the L-theanine, this then can really have a very positive mood enhancing, or it is said to be a mood enhancing effect on your brain. L-theanine, what does it actually do? So L-theanine crosses the blood-brain barrier and then can really provoke subtle changes of the biochemistry in your mind, and it is said that it directly stimulates the alpha brain waves, and the alpha brain waves, knowing from meditation, we know it's that it can kind of bring you into a deep relaxed state, and it can bring you kind of in a alerted but relaxed state, which is then in a way uplifting for you, and this can on the one hand help you. On the other hand, it is said that apparently L-theanine is also plays a role in the formation of GABA, which is really a powerful manager of the neurotransmitters, and then it is said that it can really bring you in a relaxed state and the neurotransmitters, or kind of neurotransmitters, then have a similar effect, or this positive effect on the neurotransmitter can have then a positive effect, like the rise of serotonin or melatonin. So this is why L-theanine, and L-theanine especially in green tea, is very important. And the tea which has the most, besides matcha, the most amount of L-theanine is the leaf tea Gyokuro. So why is this the case? So as you might know, green tea is one of the richest sources in the nature of L-theanine, and L-theanine especially develops well or stays at a high level when you are covering the tea plants. So the tea plants which are covered for the longest amount of time, these tea plants finally can really help you then to have a longer or a higher source then of L-theanine, due to the fact that when the sunlight touches the tea leaves, then the L-theanine stays in the tea leaves, because there's no formation of L-theanine to catechins, because the sunlight then pushes the transformation to catechins. So you need to have long shaded teas. Especially matcha and Gyokuro are two shaded teas which are having a lot of L-theanine. Here we talk about 2,200 milligrams on 100 grams of tea. So we talk around, when you have a good kind of a 5 to 6 gram portion of Gyokuro, like this one here. Here we talk about 100 milligram of L-theanine, and there's no clear indication how much L-theanine has to be used, so there's no maximum amount, but it is said around 100 milligram of L-theanine can really help you get through the day. So here we talk about 100 gram. And this here is a Gyokuro which is coming from the south of Japan. So with this one here, we gonna do a brewing. What you have to know when you drink Gyokuro in general, the taste of Japanese green tea is a little bit more triggered by the umami flavor. So there's actually, it is said that it is the fifth flavor on top of the tongue. And it has sometimes, for certain people, it's a little bit seaweedy taste. It's can be a sweet corn or seaweedy taste, so it's a nice balance between sweet and salty even. So this you have to bear in mind when you're drinking a Gyokuro, that you are experimenting with a strong umami flavor. Some people might like it, but some people might not like it too much. You can definitely go for lower L-theanine tea, so low shaded teas, or maybe more mature leaf teas like a bancha. Or some senchas, which are just a little bit more on the grassy and the fresher side, without showing too much of the seaweedy side. But here definitely we will push the umami flavor, which is mainly, or the main reason for the umami flavor is exactly the L-theanine. So the rule of thumb for you is, the stronger the umami flavor of the tea is, then the L-theanine level is rich, the L-theanine level is high. So this is something you can definitely do. So what I did now here is I preheated the water to 60 degrees Celsius, and I'm gonna leave it in for 2 minutes around. So 60 degrees Celsius is around 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So definitely a good start for this one here. And then I'm gonna just pour it and then explain a little bit how the taste of this one is. What we are having here today, it is a Yabukita, so the so-called Musume's Gyokuro from Mr. Sakamoto. It's a pure single cultivar Yabukita green tea and Gyokuro green tea. So here we don't talk about the blend. Sometimes there are blends, but this one here is from the Yabukita cultivar, which is the most spread. Around 80% of all the green tea in Japan is actually Yabukita cultivar. So I guess we can already take this. It seems already be poured very, very well. And you can see I used now around 80 milliliters, so not too much. It depends a little bit how strong you want to have each brewing. If you want to have it stronger, take less water. If you want to have it a little bit softer and a little bit more hydrating, then take a higher amount of water. So here, 80 degrees, we see the tea is beautifully kind of a little bit of a milky, slightly golden color. Not too green. As soon as you have more green tea, you're a little bit more in the Fukamushi section, but this one here has a nice green color, but drifting off much more into the golden color. So let's have the taste. directly have a very, very strong umami flavor of this tea. So this tea really it drives strongly on this umami flavor profile. So I have a little bit of a sweetness of sweet corn. It drifts off a little bit on the mango side, but then on the other side, it goes nearly in a little bit more of a savory, salty section. I have a lot of seaweed, artichoke. I have a little bit of edamame, so a little bit of a green flavor profile is also with it. But it's not really fresh, it's not really kind of flavorful in terms of freshness, kind of vegetal flavor. Baby spinach I don't get too much. Maybe I just have a second brew of this one. Second brewing will be very short. Here we talk about (20 seconds, that's more than enough. So I just pour it directly. And you can see it's a little bit greener. So expect the tea in the second brewing to get a little bit greener. It has much more in it than umami flavor. There's a little bit of spinachy flavor coming out. The very first brewing was very strong in the umami flavor, but it goes a little bit down now, leaving a little bit more of space for other flavor profiles, which are more edamame, a little bit more of artichoke flavor. Yeah, there's a slight fruitiness, and it's not so strong on the seaweedy side. So the savory side goes a little bit down, this intense sweetness goes a little bit down, and it seems kind of nicely balanced between the two flavor profiles of kind of nicely sweet with a little bit of a vegetal taste within in the middle kind of the artichoke flavor profile. But definitely a very good tea, and as I said before, a mood enhancing tea. So if you want to boost your mood a little bit in wintertime, consider maybe Gyokuro. This could be a good match for this time. And if you want to dive a little bit more into the different kind of stronger or less strong L-theanine tea, maybe try once a Fukamushi, a shaded, they have to be shaded. Kabus Essential is also very nice, or you go directly for the Gyokuro, which is then the strongest in L-theanine. Good, I hope you like this one here, and thanks a lot for watching, and I guess I see you soon. Bye bye and talk soon.